Hi, my name is Tammy Chambers. I'm going to try to make this video on my computer because every other way I'm doing is not working. Anyways, I am Tammy Chambers, and I am taking a geography class, 1500, and this is my teaching segment on the Grand Canyon. And here is first, see if you can see this, my it's just a map of the state of Arizona. And if you can see, right up here is the northwestern corner, and all right here is the entire Grand Canyon. So that just kind of shows you like the greenery of it, and the Colorado River on the bottom of the Grand Canyon. And here is just a picture out of the textbook. There is the colorful picture of the Grand Canyon. Lots of plateaus and different kind of mountains, and many, many pretty different colors. Okay, so again, my name is Tammy Chambers, and we're learning about the Grand Canyon today. The Grand Canyon lies in the southwestern portion of the Colorado Plateau, which is a large area of the southwestern United States, consisting essentially of horizontal layered rock and lava flow. It ranges in width from about 1/10 of a mile to 18 miles across. That's like if I can show you a picture of the visual thing, like one side to the other side there. I guess it would be kind of like that side. Hard to explain without pictures. Anyways, that's a really long ways across. And it extends in winding course from the mouth of the Paria River, which is the northern boundary of Arizona, all the way to the Grand Wash Cliffs, which is near the Nevada line. That is a distance of 277 miles. The great depths lie more than 1 mile deep. The average depth of the Grand Canyon is 4,000 feet. The deepest part is 6,000 feet below the rim. The Grand Canyon includes many tributary side canyons and surrounding plateaus. The deepest and most impressive beautiful section is 56 miles long, and that is within the central part of the Grand Canyon National Parkway, which encompasses the river's length from Lake Powell, formed by the Glen Canyon Dam made in 1963, to Lake Mead, formed by the Hoover Dam, which was made in 1936. The general color when you look at the Grand Canyon is red, but each stratum or the group of strata has a distinctive hue. It's a buff gray to delicate pinks and greens, and in its depths there's brown, slate grays, and even violet. The Grand Canyon is approximately 8,200 feet above sea level. 8,200 feet above sea level. The north rim is 1,200 feet higher than the south rim. There is much debate of how exactly the Grand Canyon was formed because no one really knows for sure. Some scientists believe the Colorado River formed the canyon, and others believe the canyon was made from uplifts and erosion, which brought small streams flowing westward down from the Rockies to find a drain channel, removing gravel and essentially scouring out the Grand Canyon. And therefore, the modern Colorado River, according to these scientists, did not actually carve out the canyon because the canyon was already there. But scientists do conclude that the most powerful force that made and had an impact on the Grand Canyon was erosion, either by water, ice, and wind. Other forces believed to play a part in the course is the Colorado River itself, the volcanism, the continental drift, and slight variations on the Earth's orbit. There's also the philosophy or the theory that the Noah's Ark flood had something to do with the formation of the Grand Canyon. Either way, water seems to have had the most impact, probably because it is always on the move and is extremely powerful. Plus, the soil in the desert is baked by the sun and cannot absorb the water when the rain comes. So when the rain does come, it comes down in torrents and has literally no place to go. So, but to find the canyon at the bottom of there, and where the Colorado River actually lies now. And there's nothing to hold the soil or the rocks in place, so they get washed away. So when there are flash floods running down the sides of the canyon, that huge flash floods, like you can imagine, that can move, mountains or just about, moves like the size of an automobile or even small houses and stuff. It takes literally everything in its path. The softer rock, which is limestone and sandstone and shale, are at the top of the actual mountains there themselves, and they are the easiest to be washed away. The layers at the bottom of the canyon are the harder granites and are still trying to be cut actually by the river today. They built dams, the Glen Canyon Dam in '63 and the Hoover Dam in early 1936, to slow down these rapid water flows. The Hoover Dam apparently naturally has now eliminated the natural flooding into the Grand Canyon. There is much debate on the Glen Canyon Dam right now also, as beforehand the temperature of the water inside there was 0 degrees to like 100 degrees, so it had very vastly varied degree temperature, and we had a lot of different type of aquatic animals in there. Whereas now, considering that the Glen Canyon Dam stops that much flow, the temperature is a consistent 47 degrees year round, and so there's much debate on trying to let more water through and stuff like that, so that way we can have more of those aquatic animals inside there and just different life on that area. Well, the Grand Canyon is not the deepest canyon in the world, but the canyon is known throughout the world for its overwhelming size and its intricate, colorful landscape. Geologically speaking, it is significant because of the thick sequence of ancient rock that are beautifully preserved and exposed in the walls of the canyon. These rock layers record much of early geological history in the North American continent. The Grand Canyon is famous because it is one of the most scenic places on Earth. You can literally stand on top and see for many miles. Anyways, finally, it is one of the most spectacular examples of the erosion in the world today. It is fascinating also because it contains rocks that span much of the Earth's history, time frame wise. I have provided links at the bottom or separately that you can go to look at. The first link is a live webcam overlooking the Grand Canyon, so you can see the top, and apparently when you look through there it has a visual range of 98 miles, so that's quite an amazing sight to see there. You can also go to a National Geographic YouTube video that I've attached here, which is a helicopter ride that takes you on top of the Grand Canyon and even down into the Grand Canyon, all through there, so that's interesting to see. And the final link that I put in there is also another National Geographic video of what's called the Grand Canyon Skywalk. If you haven't heard of that, that is a fairly new project. It was built in 2007. It is a horseshoe-shaped type of a bridge that extends out from the top of the Grand Canyon. I think it's on the southern rim, and it goes out literally 70 feet out into the Grand Canyon. So you're literally standing over, a 4,000 foot drop down to the bottom base of the Grand Canyon. It has got a glass floor so you can look down and see. It's also got glass walls all around you, but there's not a ceiling or anything, which to me is kind of creepy. But the wall is literally not even quite 5 feet tall, so if you actually do get to go see it as a sight, I have personally not gone out there because I am very afraid of heights. Just watching the video is very, very cool, though, to see all the depth and stuff that. So anyways, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the thing on Grand Canyon.